Hi, guys. Welcome to a brand new season of At the Movies. I'm Anil, and welcome back. Okay. I know it's been a while, and I just want to thank everyone who wrote to me and asked me, when am I starting this again, and all your suggestions about doing, talking about TV programs as well. I'm going to do that too. And you're right. Lots of you had written to me about that, and lots of great TV shows that are being released. Some new ones, some old ones as well. So I'll be talking about that too, but lots of great movies to be released in the next couple of months. So, we will be talking about all of that. Okay, this is my cat. I don't know if you saw him. His name is Kobe. He's feeling a bit neglected because we were setting all this up today, and he wants to get into the shot. So you might see him running around. But anyway, so this is a brand new season of At the Movies. So we got lots of stuff to talk about. But the first movie we are talking about today is a movie I never thought I would ever see. Okay, I saw the trailer to it when I went to see Gladiator Part 2, and I really didn't like the trailer at all. But I decided to take one for the team and go and check it out. I'm talking about Wicked for Good. All right, guys. So, like I said, I was a massive fan of the trailer for the first Wicked movie. But just a couple of weeks ago, a good friend of mine, she kind of convinced me to watch it. She said, Anil, this is not what you think it is. Just go check it out. She's like a Wicked fanatic. She's seen the musical. I think read the book. So whatever. So I thought, okay, she's got good taste. So I'll go check it out. I watched the first movie, and it wasn't too bad. It was actually quite good. I think the trailer didn't do the movie any favors. I think it was atrociously cut, and also Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande's off-screen antics while they were doing interviews also didn't help. At least for me, I found that a bit annoying. But actually they are really good in the first movie, and their chemistry. They have so much chemistry together, and the movie is beautifully shot as well. I wasn't a big fan of the music. I think there was one song called Defying Gravity that was very good. But all in all, it was pretty entertaining, and I didn't go gaga over it, but I wasn't disappointed. It was okay compared to some movies that are out these days. It was pretty decent. So when I found out that the premiere for the second installment was in a couple of days, I thought I'll go check it out. Scope Cinemas always throw a great party. It's always very, very wild. And here's a look at how that was. So the movie kicks off where the first one left off. Elphaba is now properly banned from Oz and has been dubbed the Wicked Witch of the West, largely thanks to a smear campaign done by Madame Morrible and the Wizard. Ariana Grande's Glenda, in the meanwhile, has been living her best life. She's adored by everyone, which is kind of like what she always wanted. And to add to all her excitement, she's also to be married off to her prince. Glenda, however, manages to convince Elphaba to have one last conversation with the Wizard and try and compromise so they can work together. The Wizard agrees to Elphaba's conditions, which include the releasing of all animals in captivity, and they all live happily ever after. Or do they?
Think of what we could do together. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun. Like a seed dropped by a skybird in a distant war. You can say I've been changed for the better.
Bring me the broom of the Wicked Witch of the West.
For a while there, I thought you changed.
I have changed.
It's time
For both of us.
to fly!
Because I knew you
You're the only friend I ever had.
Because I knew you.
And I've had so many friends.
I have been changed for good.
But only one that mattered.
I'm off to see the wizard.
All right, guys. So I had to say, I'm going to be brutally honest. When I went into the cinema, we watched it at CCC, Colombo City Center, at the Scope Cinemas there, and it was in 3D as well. They had a song. It's a musical, obviously. So it started off with a song, but the song was so long that I actually dozed off for a bit. It was quite embarrassing because there was this really pretty girl who was next to me with her kid sister, and I think I dozed off, and inside my head while I was sleeping, I think I kind of heard myself snoring. You know how that happens, right? Like when you pass out and you can hear yourself snoring in your head, and you know that you maybe shouldn't be doing this, so it's quite embarrassing. Like it happens when you fly, and it happens when it shouldn't happen. I kind of dozed off, and it was pretty embarrassing. And then I actually woke up exactly when the song was over. To my defense, it was quite a long opening song, and yeah. Anyway, but after that point, I was fully invested. I was fully awake, and I looked to my left, and they were fine as well. Actually, they were very nice people. I spoke to them later on. But anyway, so let's get to the movie, okay? Ariana Grande, guys, is one of my favorite performers and artists. I've been a big fan of hers since she exploded into our algorithms about 11 years ago, okay, with her song Problem, remember, with Iggy Azalea. And that's a great song. And she's put out some really good music. I'm not a fan of everything, but there is no denying that she's such an amazing talent. If there was ever someone to take over the mantle from the likes of the late Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey, then it has to be Ariana Grande, because she's got a phenomenal voice. And, she's one of the rare artists who sing live these days. And, she's got the whole package now, because it seems like she can act as well. Of course, Ariana came from a TV show, so we knew she could act, but she is very good in this. In fact, so much so that I thought, she had more screen time in the second movie. I think in the first movie, it was Cynthia Erivo's Elphaba who got more screen time, but in this, I thought Ariana Grande's Glenda got way more screen time, and she knocked it out the park. I thought, they were both very good. Like I said, they both have so much chemistry with each other. It seems like they've known each other forever, and I guess that explains them, clawing at each other's fingers and touching each other's arms. Everyone has different ways of showing friendship, right? And they're good friends, and to each his own, and let them do. I mean, what do we care? Let them be, okay? But I thought they were very good together. Cynthia Erivo, through so talented, and she plays this role of Elphaba with such vulnerability and such honesty as well. And that was really cool to see, because sometimes when I see her in real life, I don't see that sometimes. So it was so nice to see her playing this role and really being so convincing at it. The supporting cast as well was very good. We had Jonathan Bailey, who played Prince Fivero, okay, reprised his role from the first movie, and also Michelle Yeoh, was very good in this one as well, playing Mistress Morrible, I think. Mistress Morrible. The only person I had a problem with in the cast was, I think, Jeff Goldblum. I think Jeff Goldblum basically plays himself and kind of almost phones in these roles these days, I mean, the character he played, the wizards, the wizard that he played, basically he played the wizard in this, but it was the same kind of character he played in Thor Ragnarok, and he's kind of become like a bit of a one-trick pony now. Jeff Goldblum, I love Jeff Goldblum, don't get me wrong, I think he's just a very entertaining guy. And but there was a time when Jeff Goldblum was able to play roles with a bit more range. If you go back to the 80s, like The Fly, and even his early even in early Jurassic Park. But I think now he's just got this persona and he just was more to deviate from it. And I just thought, maybe someone else would have been a little bit better for that role. But otherwise, I thought the acting was phenomenal. John Chu directed this one again, and he was the man behind Crazy Rich Asians, which I love. So obviously, this was going to be very, very cool as well. The two things for me that really, really stood out, apart from the acting, was the cinematography and the costume design. I think the costume design, if there's ever going to be an Academy Award nomination for this, it should be for the costume design, because I thought the costumes were fabulous, and the cinematography as well was pretty spectacular. The music, the composing, and everything was done by Steven Schwartzman. Steven Schwartzman has done some great stuff in the past. Most notably Prince of Egypt. Remember that song "When You Believe" by Mariah Carey and the late Whitney Houston. That song was composed and written by him. He's also done the soundtrack to Pocahontas. So, I mean, he's done some good stuff. But I don't know, like for me personally, I didn't hear anything that stayed with me at all. I think Defying Gravity from the first movie maybe, kind of stuck with me. And even from the second movie, I think that last song they sang, "I'm Not Me Without You" or whatever, But see, I can't remember it too well. I didn't think that, I don't know, I didn't see any anthems in there. It was like all middle of the road kind of stuff. But I think I'm in the minority, because lots of people love these songs. And I think at the premiere as well, I think SFM were the radio partners for this, and they had asked a lot of people to send in, their versions of songs from Wicked, and there was lots of people singing live at the premiere. So lots of people do love these songs. So like I said, I'm in the minority. And also this movie, at the cinema, it was like a roller coaster of emotions. I could hear people, even like I said, the people who were next to me, I could hear them, there was a slight sniff here and there. And there were gasps, because, oh my God, there are so many plot twists in this movie. It was great. And then, people were laughing, they were clapping. So lots of people were animated during this. So obviously, this is like a firm favorite with a lot of people. I think if you haven't seen the musical or read the books or whatever, I think this is going to like totally knock you for a 6. Because like I said, there's so many plot twists and turns. And you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I didn't see that coming. And I didn't. And I thought it was great that the effort was made to have those plot twists, and they didn't take the easy way out, which I thought was brilliant. It was quite entertaining, to be honest. And then the overall message, I thought, in this movie was also quite inspiring. In a time where we see, kids are kind of exposed to all kind of weird messaging in movies these days. I thought it was great. Kobe, he's back. I thought it was great. To see, a movie that sends such a positive message about the bond between two people and the value of friendship, and accepting people for who they are and not wanting them to change to suit, what you want to see in them. So I thought that was very, very cool, for this day and age when everything is like, we live in this Instagram, TikTok age where everything can be a bit shallow and superficial. So I thought for that, it was very, very good. And I thought the overall message of the movie was quite brilliant.
I thought it was amazing. The singing was so good. It's always a pleasure to watch Wicked. So I was really looking forward to watch the sequel. So it was a pleasure watching the premiere. Thank you. Thank you to Scope Cinemas.
Some parts were funny, some parts were sad.
What's your favorite part?
When Alphaba does that like witchy laugh, and then Glinda, what was that?
Yeah, that's a good movie.
The movie was really, really great. Having waited for almost a year, actually exactly a year, seeing part 2 and seeing the connections and putting the whole story together was really great. Thank you, Scope, for giving us this opportunity.
I think I was not expecting that at all. Crazy plot twist.
I absolutely loved it. I'm a big Wicked fan. I'm also a very big Ariana Grande fan. And so through Wicked, I discovered Cynthia Erivo. So I'm really happy that we got to see the ending to the Wicked story 1 year later. It's bittersweet, but I think that was the whole point of the story from the beginning. So I'm very happy about the ending.
I wasn't expecting that at all. I'm not really sure how to feel about it, but it was so much better than the first movie.
It was super awesome. First of all, I didn't think that this movie will be this much fantastic. According to the first one, it's a good movie, but it was a bit dull when comparing to the part 2, this movie. So this is super awesome. There's a super plot twist and super exciting. I'm really glad, and I have to be really thankful for Scope for organizing and giving us the chance and opportunities like this for our Sri Lankan moviegoers.
Especially like the story of their friendship is so emotional. But yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
I don't know whether to be happy or sad. I'm just confused. There were too many plot twists.
Having been fans of the musical for so long and finally getting to witness the entire story has been a really special one. So I'd like to thank Scope for doing things like this. Yeah, it's been a great one.
Okay, so I'm going to give Wicked for Good a rating of good because, it far exceeded my expectations. I was very entertained, and they've also stayed true to the source material, which is also a very, very good thing, and actually given this one a bit of a clever twist. So that was all super cool. For now, though, take care, guys. God bless, and it's good to be back. And I'll see you again soon at the movies.